Hi there, I'm Paul Mitchell, speaker and author. This is part 2 of a video blog on the BlessingWhite X Model. It's central to all the work on leadership development and engagement. So have a quick look at part 1. But very quickly, engagement in regard to BlessingWhite's model of engagement is how can you have individuals be successful and have maximum satisfaction, and how at the same time have the organisation be successful and get maximum contribution. So within those crossovers we have 5 different levels of engagement. Let's have a look at what they are. Obviously up here in this top little triangle here, you've got people who are making maximum contribution to the business and they're loving it. There's just so much joy it's not funny. These people, of course, we call fully engaged. And that's where you absolutely love to be yourself and love to get all your team, all your associates, all your people up here. They're making a great contribution to the business is flourishing, and so are they. They're flourishing as well. Just beneath that, not probably making as much of a contribution as they could, and probably a little bit unhappy, we have another level down, and this is almost engaged. You know, they're there, but they're not quite there. Engaged. This is a major group to focus on. If you're a leader and you've got people who are almost engaged, here's where you have the potential of people leaving. Here's where you have the potential of people saying, well, what do I really do around here? So some things you can do, but this is a very important group to focus on because it doesn't take that much effort to get them back up here to be fully engaged, getting maximum joy, satisfaction, making maximum contribution. But what about over here? Maybe you've been over there yourself. You're doing it, working hard, day in, day out, day out. You're making such an actual credible contribution to the business, but there's no joy. You know, your DNA is not dancing. You think, you know, what's the point of this? We call this category crash and burn. Because eventually that's what happens. You'll just run out of energy. You'll crash and burn. Well, what about over here? Hey, you love the place. You may not be making as much as a contribution, but this is great. What we call this category over here is honeymooners. In other words, you might be taking it a little bit easy. And hamsters. I know it's an American word, but a hamster is something that just gets on the treadmill and goes. So the hamster is not connected perhaps to the organisation as much as he or she could be. So they're doing their bit, they're doing lots of work, but they're not making a contribution. Or they're just, hey, this is a great place to work. No pressure, no acid, no real goals. You know, you come in and go when you like. Fantastic, but how long can it last? And finally down here, these are the people that are very, I guess, they're not engaged at all. So they are disengaged. And disengaged, not in terms of they're nasty people or horrible people, disengaged in this model is, guess what? They're making minimum contribution and they're getting minimum joy. So, next time you're thinking about engagement and you wonder what it really means, just remember that very simple but powerful BlessingWhite model. Maximum contribution and maximum satisfaction, and then start to think about the various aspects or different levels of engagement. Maybe even think about where you are. Maybe even sit down with your people and actually ask where they think they are. In fact, we can do a workshop along those lines with you. What you'll find is very interesting, and once you've done that, once you've identified what is, then you can have a look at different strategies to take your engagement and your people and your organisation to the next level. I'm Paul Mitchell, be true to you.